Go Timbers.
And with that, woo, the log has been blessed. Thanks, Tim and Joey. I'd like to welcome you to the annual Blessing of the Log. It's a very fun tradition. I said, hey, the old mascot, come on. He's really taken it. He took his role to something new, and he continues to do the work. Having some issues with diabetes, and he needed some help. They laid down a bunch of trees to put in some power lines. And Jim and I don't know how many original TA guys went out there with their families, and we cut and split firewood all day. Then we ended up going to Camp 18, having a lovely breakfast, and at the end of that, we were able to take a log with us to use as our first victory log for the season. This tradition's evolved, and a couple of years we had to delay the blessing because of the weather. So we thought safety-wise it would be better to keep the blessing right here in Portland. A few other benefits. We have a celebrity in the house today because he'll be speaking to you later too. So it's nice that we can have some people who don't have to travel very far. As we start this, I'm going to thank a few people. I'm going to start with my friends right back here, Mad Greek Deli. Yeah. My friends at Mad Greek Deli. And so he took over his dad's business, started Mad Greek Deli. 2 locations, one on Burnside, one out on 185th in Rock Creek, and you can watch every single Timbers game out there live. So if you can't see them at Providence Park, check out the Mad Greek Deli. We have another couple friends here in the house. Where's Coffee Girl? Right over here. Anybody enjoying Where's Coffee Girl this morning? Thank you for having them. Upstairs we have Red Crow Productions. Is that right here? That's you? Yeah. This is a very special log. My friend that I'll introduce got this log for us from the Agency Tree Farm at Spirit Mountain. I feel like it's special that it comes from Spirit Mountain. It's one of the happiest places you'll ever see if you're driving to the coast. It's able to live on and to do our work at and bring trees to the stadium from. Now, I've heard a lot of people say this log is too small. The loudest voice is Timber Jim. He wants a great big log that the whole team has to lift up.
5-footer.
I said, hey, if you were down in the Coachella Valley like I was watching these players, a lot of them are new. We want to make sure they're in shape to lift this log. So I'm going to cut them thin, and it'll get thicker and thicker. By the time we get to the next log, we'll have a great big log for Timber Jim. Now, the Agency Tree Farm is owned by Hampton Lumber. They operate that tree farm, and they've provided us with the logs.
Welcome to the log blessing. Is this awesome or what? Portland, yes! I'm so pleased to be able to do this for us. When they came to us the first time, I thought, oh my goodness, how are we going to do this? And we went into the shadow of Spirit Mountain, and we found this. It was just set perfectly. The sun was kind of shining on it and everything. And we chose that tree the first day, and it's just kind of been ever since then. my great friend and hard-working guy over here, Ken Razoo, and his brother, Chuck, brought the log up to us today. These guys work tirelessly for us. They've been We, in fact, in Willamina are putting together a brand new sawmill. It is going to be a world-class mill. We've had to update because that's what happens in the industry there, and it is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of what we've been able to do. We've been in business since 1935. My grandfather started the company, my father grew the company, and now we're into the 4th generation. I'm 3rd generation in the company, and we've got kids coming on. So our next...
David's son Peter is up here. It's a big family thing. And we look at the Timbers as a big family. Like they call it an army, but it's a family, right? And what Ashley and I do is we run a dance company in Portland called Body Vox. And we look at the Timbers not just as sports, you know, but it's entertainment. The arts are also. So Body Vox creates community, and we go to the games and we look at the moves and we think, oh, that's good choreography. That'd make a good piece. So anyway, I'm so happy you're here, and I can't wait to bless this thing. It's just a thing of beauty. Thank you to my center.
Thank you so much. I'm Allie Gannett, Director of Communications here at World Forestry Center. It's my honor. We're excited to host the Timbers and the Timbers Army and fans here on our campus at Discovery Museum. Thank you again to Hampton Lumber for providing free admission. Please come check out the museum, see our beautiful art exhibit right now, Following Fire. This is the first of many amazing events to come from this partnership, so I invite you to check out our tent up there, sign up for our newsletter, become a member of our museum, and come to some of our events, because this is just the beginning. So thank you all so much.
He's just a wonderful human being. I love him to death. Patch Adams.
Thanks, everybody. I'm going to be brief. Timbers Army. I mean, I said Timbers Army. See, still got a capo in me a little bit. So, you know, retirement ain't so bad. Yeah, we've been doing this. First time that I ended up doing the Blessing of the Log myself, Jim kind of reached over and said, I'm getting choked up. I need a little bit of help here. And we just set it together, and I gave him the next line, and we just went from there. And it went beautifully. And ever since then, we've just been building it up since and gaining more people. In the last, over across from the stadium, the new Axe and Rose. This is our new home headquarters for the 107 Independent Sports Trust, home of the Rose City Rivers and the Timbers Army, all of our merch, of the originals, and of course rivet gear. All that entertainment. So, let's get this thing blessed. I'll give it back to Joey. Thank you all so much. We'll see you in the stands.
All right, you heard it. 50. If you haven't seen Timber Jim's TEDx, just look it up. I think it's on YouTube. It's a wonderful story. The whole TEDx that year was incredible. Joey Harrington had me crying, and I'm an Oregon State fan. So that was a great year for it. We're celebrating Timber Jim in 10 years, and we're also celebrating another 10-year anniversary. Anybody remember? Jim, do you have your ring on?
I did not bring it.
Oh, he didn't bring his ring. It's stored away. 10 years. 10 years ago, we're in Columbus, Ohio, and we brought home a little trophy. Yeah. And I got a lot of these. Help me welcome head coach of the Portland Timbers, Joe Neville.
How are you all doing? Are you okay? Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't think anyone would turn up. I thought I'd be here on my own. But then I remembered I worked for the best club in the MLS with the best supporters in the MLS. And I feel incredibly honoured to do that. I feel incredibly honoured to be here today. Since I've come to this football club, just before I signed for this football club, I phoned my mum, who's 72. She's in England. She doesn't like football, and I said to her, "Oh, I'm signing."
Thank you, Coach Neville. I've roasted this guy today. I've talked about him a lot and all the things that he's done for this club. I'd like to bring up Timber Jim. I'm going to have Timber Jim give some instructions, maybe one story.
Right here. I'd like to thank Gordon Smith for hosting us at Camp 18 for all those years. Gordon's passed away. I know he would be delighted for us to be. It was one, and everybody, came, and now we're just too big for it, But we can include so many more people here, and that's very meaningful to me. So, I'm just an emotional guy. I can't help it. And the other thing I want to say is this guy. Replacement. It's great when you can pick your successor. And he goes out in the community. I never went out in the community. I just sawed slabs. I climbed a few poles. By the way, the view up there was immaculate. Looked out over the whole city, all over the Timbers Army. It was an honor to do that. This was read at my wedding. And I thought it would be appropriate as the Timbers blessing. So, without further ado, repeat after me. May your home be strong of beam.
May your home be strong of beam.
Firm of wall and rafter.
Firm of wall and rafter.
Built with timbers from a dream.
Built with timbers from a dream.
And girded well with laughter.
And girded well with laughter.
May your home have a winding stair.
May your home have a winding stair.
With a lover's landing.
With a lover's landing.
Windows to let in the air.
Windows to let in the air.
And light of understanding.
And light of understanding.
That means a lot to me. May your home have a roof of faith.
May your home have a roof of faith.
For every change of weather.
For every change of weather.
And love upon your hearth.
And love upon your heart.
To warm your years forever.
To warm your years forever.
Go Timbers.
Go Timbers!
And with that, the log has been blessed. Please make sure you come up and touch the log. Enjoy the World Forestry Center. My one ask is that you meet somebody new today. We have a lot of people here. Thanks to the Mad Greek. Thanks for Where's Coffee Girl. Thanks for the marshmallows. I can't wait to have that. And the Hamptons, thank you so much for coming out. The World Forestry Center. Touch the log. Give it your own blessing. Let's go.
First, have you state your name, spell it, and tell us who you're with. That's how we'll get this started.
Timber Joey Weber, Timber Joey Webber.
And today is the blessing of the log. What is that exactly?
Yeah, so this is just a tradition that Timber Jim came up with in 2009. It's where we've all come together to celebrate the start of the season, and we grab a log and bless it to make sure that we have a successful season and that we're doing the right thing.
How was today's blessing?
It was awesome. Tons of people showing up. To have the coach here was very, very special. A lot of good stories, and it's just something that's going to grow from here on out.
So how long have you been doing this tradition?
So we started this in 2009. It started going over to Camp 18 and putting in a little community project. After COVID, we have to held it at the stadium. Again, with the passing of the owner of Camp 18, it made it a little bit more difficult to get out there, and now that the season starts earlier, it's a little unsafe to get this crowd of people over the mountain.
That's fair. And you had a huge crowd here today, a lot of dedicated fans here with you. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, and it's not just an opportunity to bless the log, but it's a chance for them to all come together after a long off season, start the celebration early, and get back with their friends and family members that come to the Providence Park to enjoy the games.
So the season officially starts next week, correct?
1 week from today.
Amazing. Are you excited?
I'm extremely excited, yeah.
What are you looking forward to the most about the season?
New seasons bring in new fans, and it also brings in new players. So I'm looking forward to see how everybody interacts together and what we can do to be a successful team.
Anybody else got any more questions?
Joey, when Timber Jim gets up there, I mean, he's the man.
Yeah.
And when you see that kind of emotion,
yeah,
what does that say to you? I mean, this means a lot.
I mean, it's a reminder that I have a very, very special job that was developed by this person, and it's something that I have a responsibility to carry on in the most positive way. And I'm glad that he's been a part of my life since I began this career, and I look forward to seeing him in every single game.
You've done this a lot of years now. How much does this symbolize the beginning of the new season? I mean, is this it?
For me, yes. I even went down to the Coachella preseason tournament, saw all the teams that were down there, saw the new players that were coming in and out. It was exciting, but this is really what it's all about. It's about getting the fans together, making sure that we're all on the same page for how we want to celebrate our team, and starting the excitement off.
Cool.
I'm all set.
Good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joey.
Thanks, guys.
If you could state your name and spell it and tell us who you are, that's how we'll get this started.
Okay, my name is actually Timber Jim Serrill, Serrill.
And what is your role here? What would you say your role is here today?
Well, it's not a mascot anymore. I consider myself the director of love and celebration.
That's amazing. And we're doing the log blessing today, and you led us off in the blessing. How does it feel to keep this tradition alive?
Well, it kicks off the season, and it has a deep meaning. The log blessing itself, the house be strong of beam, firm of wall and rafter, built with timbers from a dream, girded well with laughter. May it have a winding stair with a lover's landing, windows to let in the air and light of understanding. May it have a roof of faith for every change of weather, and love upon your hearth to warm your years forever. That's pretty heavy. I get a little emotional when I say it. It was read at my wedding 43 years ago. So that's how it started. And my brother and I used to go get logs. And now we don't have to do that anymore. Thank God Hampton Lumber stepped up to the plate. I'm so happy that Joey accepted the role. He's expanded the role. He loves people, and he does so much. People have no idea how much he does. And players come and go, but Joey's here year after year. And we love him. So many people, so many players are now still in the community, and they chose to live here. It's great.
How do you feel getting to share this tradition with players, coaches, and fans alike for so many years?
It's a tradition. It's a tradition. And traditions are important. So I love it. Someday I won't be around, and I'm hoping that it will continue. Cutting slabs off the log, it is probably one of the best eye candy for goal celebrations that you could have. And people love it. I mean, it gets a lot of media. Print, you know. We've been in 442, we've been in, you know, Sports Illustrated, all of it. So, and a lot of TV networks and MLS. Yeah.
Perfect. I don't have any more questions if anyone else wants to ask them.
Jim, what's it like, man, to know that you're still the man? I mean, Joey's awesome, but you can see with the fans when you get up there, you are still the man. How's that feel?
Oh, I love it. I miss it. Something fierce. It's hard. You know. At first, when Joey took over, I felt like, man, that guy's sleeping with my wife. You know, cutting that log. What the heck? You know. But I love him. I mean, I truly love him. And I can tell you, he did a GoFundMe when we lost our oldest daughter. Kept me from destroying my retirement fund. You know. And so he's doing a super job, and I appreciate the love. I do feel like when I go to the stadium, I get a lot of love. It's healing for me, so I'll go as long as I'm standing.
How much does it still symbolize the beginning of a new season to you?
Well, this is the first time we've had the coach come. And, you know, I listened to what he said, and I believe him. You know, he's full of energy, and he really wants this team to succeed. And we've got an owner in Merritt Paulson that's spending the money. And Merritt Paulson has become a very good friend of mine. And he's, anything I ask for, takes care of it. You know? So I have lifetime season tickets, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm gonna go, even if you got to wheel me in a wheelchair.
Now you don't cut the logs anymore, but do you approve of the log they chose?
Well, I want it to be a 5-foot log, 5 foot through, because at the end I think the whole team should lift it. You know, that's not practical, but you know. Hell, I was a logger. That's what we do. You know, we figure it out. You know, and we'll make it safe. But I've already talked to Dave Hampton, and this will probably be a big surprise to the front office. But yeah, let's do that. Why not? You know, you talk about eye candy. That'd be really something.
Sometimes the best traditions are a little impractical, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. Well, it's known around the world. I was in an issue of 442 with Messi, and. I'm proud of my legacy here. I hated to leave, but I couldn't stay anymore. So when Hannah passed away, I couldn't get the happy back. Couldn't get up there in front of people. I act like I'm happy. But they sing "You Are My Sunshine," 80th minute, every game. Means a lot to me.
Anything else?
Whole lot of love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I'm good.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.